So for both the basic and the advanced lines, if you want 3 forward lines with 2 lines of defense, it's all set up this way. Count 10 cards, add a forward line change, 5 more cards, defensive line change, 5 more cards, forward line change, and then the remaining 10 cards. And that holds true for both, again, basic and advanced. But if you want to ice 4 forward lines and 2 defensive lines, or 4 forward lines and 3 defensive lines, I'll set that up on the table and show you now. To set up your action deck for 4 forward lines with 2 defensive pairs, you'd set it up such as this. Start off with 8 cards, then put a forward line change card. 7 cards, it would be now half the deck, and you put your forward line change with a defensive line change card. 8 more cards, then a forward line change card, and then you'd follow that up with the remaining 7 cards. For those who want to have 4 forward lines with 3 defensive lines, this is how you would set it up. Your defense want to be changed every 10 cards, and your forwards will be changed at 8 cards, 7 cards, 8 cards, and then 7 cards. But this is how you'd set up the whole deck. So you count off 8 cards, add a forward line change card, count up 2 cards, which would be 10, 8 and 2, 10, put your defensive line change card, add 5 more, so that 5 and 2 would be 7, then your forward line change card, then you add 5 more to that, and add a defensive line change, so we're now at 20 cards in total. Add 3 more to those 5 to make 8, add a forward line change card, and then you would add your remaining 7 cards. And that's how you set up 4 forward lines with 3 defensive lines. In the basic action deck, we have the line change cards for the forward and the defensive line change. They are sized for the basic action deck, and that's what comes with the game. You use them also with the advanced action deck. They, of course, aren't the same size and sometimes can get lost. And if you are playing with 3 defensive lines or 4 forward lines, there isn't enough cards. So I thought I would make one myself and size it for the advanced deck, because I'm playing mostly advanced and I'm getting into super advanced now. So I just printed it off on 110 pound cardstock I got from Staples, and don't tell my wife, but I stole the paper cutter from her scrapbooking, and it's quite simple to use. You line your card up, or where you want to slice your card, with the little orange cutter here, and zip down, take a piece off, and it's that simple to make cards. I do this the same with the extra player cards that you can print out from Strat. They're so simple to make, they're so simple to create. I think this cutter, it's just a plain simple one with a small little, this thing has a little very sharp little knife point. I don't know if it's out of my light there. I don't know if you can see that. You can buy spares too, so this starts to wear down. So by the time I go through all this hard cardboard, it wears quite a long time before you have to change the blade. Just don't tell my wife I'm using it. She'll get very mad. Anyways, so there you go. So there's a defensive line change card. I'll get these to the size later, and I size it just a little smaller so that it does stick out apart, so when we are playing, it'll come up quite quickly. And now I've made enough to experiment with 4 forward lines, and now 3 defensive lines, which I'll show in this video.